Hello and welcome to Paranormal Saturday. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hello and welcome all to Paranormal Saturday. Welcome all to the Paranormal Mansion. So glad you could join us today as we take this ride together through time and space and everything else in between. This is a paranormal show like no other, in that it's more of a paranormal production where humor and satire and even skits are used to get points and ideas across with more clarity. Heck, I even have two fictional characters whom you will hear from time to time just to provide some woke balance to the show. And one of those annoying as all can be characters you'll get to know soon is Mr. Small Pint.
What, Buzz? Did you call me?
Yeah, shut up, man.
Man. And the other one is Mr. Big Stuff.
Hey, boss, don't bug me right now. I'm eating a pizza, man.
Good God, man, where are your manners? Anyways, those two often go at it back and forth, kind of like Fred Sanford and Aunt Esther.
Buzz, I don't like nothing like Aunt Esther.
Hey, look, man, I was being sarcastic. Anyways, folks, like I say, those two provide some much-needed balance and comic relief when needed. Anyways, folks, welcome all to Paranormal Saturday. Welcome all to the Paranormal Mansion. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and let's get on with today's show. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Paranormal Saturday. It's been a while since I've created an episode, but I've been busy doing a lot of other stuff.
Oh yeah? Like what, boss?
And none of your business, man. You sit there. I pay you to sit there and manage the goddamn boards, not to backlip me. Anyways, folks, that's Small Pint. They're still here, obviously. And so is Mr. Big Stuff. He in the back room doing something. But those two silly-dilly characters aside, folks, today's topic is going to be pain and parasites. That's right, pain and parasites. Now, some of y'all might be saying, well, what does parasites have to do with a ghost or demons? And maybe if you learn to listen, I'll tell you. Because according to what I've read, folks, up to 250 million people at any given time randomly suffer from parasites. Now, when most people think of parasites, because, they think of like butt parasites, the parasites that infect the intestinals, make you pass gas and crap, And sure, those kind of parasites do exist, but the parasite I want to focus on more, people that most doctors that are dumb and dense to me don't focus enough on, are muscular parasites. That's right. Parasites that infect your muscles, your muscle tissue, thus causing you pain. And there's a lot of people out there walking around with chronic pain, and their doctors are too stupid and dumb to ever suggest to them or even wonder that it might be parasites. Instead, they pump you up on synthetic drugs and Dr. Fauci, whatever the name is, want you to put a mask on. And that may have nothing to do with your parasitic issues or your pain issues. Okay? And so that's what this episode is here for, is to kind of broaden your medical education. And I bring this up, folks, because I myself was once suffering from such pain. I had muscular pain on my left side of my body, my arm. Sometimes it would move into my chest cavity area. Sometimes I thought I had a heart attack or something. But then I just kept putting two and two together. And I was like, wait a minute. If it was something chronic like a heart attack or cancer, why am I in such good shape? Cardiovascular shape. I'd go to the park and exercise, but my heart felt just fine. So I just kept putting two and two together. I was like, how come sometimes it feels like it's in my triceps, and other times it feels like it's in my upper chest area. I was like, hey, wait a minute, man. So the pain was behaving more like a migrating herd of moose.
Boss, I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't think moose migrate. I think you're thinking about bison.
Shut up, Buttercup. Before I migrate you out this office and put you back at the labor ready, and you go, you end up digging a ditch. Now, you're going to be my assistant. You need to just listen to me and realize I the boss, not you, I the boss. Now, anyhow, folks, good googly moogly. Whether it's bison or moose, or doggone parasites like it proved to be, it was causing me pain. You know what I mean? Because parasites migrate, folks. They're smart. And here's the difference between parasites and, let's say, a virus. Parasites have more advanced brains. In other words, a virus is stupid. They're too dumb to realize, well, if we kill the host, we die too. Whereas parasites are slightly above the brain level of a goddamn virus. And so parasites realize, well, if we kill the host, we gonna die. So parasites, they may cause you pain and discomfort, but they don't want to kill you. That's why sometimes it may feel like you're gonna die or whatever, but they just, they want to keep you alive so they can continue to suck all the nutrients
out your body.
And that's why, believe it or not, folks, that I've read where parasites can actually manipulate your appetite. There may be certain foods that or nutrients in that food that a parasite craves. So you find yourself suddenly getting the taste for a hamburger. It's probably due to the parasite literally reconfiguring your brain cells and your DNA, RNA, and making you want to eat hamburgers. But there's something in hamburgers that parasites crave, I guess.
For real, boss?
Yeah, for real, man. I read that, okay? I read it. And, like, parasites can even get into animals and manipulate certain, like, mice and rodents and make them not fear cats so that they can get eaten. And the reason why is because these parasites, I guess, can only fulfill their life cycle inside the body of a cat. That's why I guess I read where pregnant women are told to stay away from cats and cat litter. The parasites, man, I don't know. To be such small animals, folks, they're pretty smart, man, Anyways, folks, real quick before I get sidetracked, because time passes quick on Paranormal Saturday, and let me read you some stuff from an official site. Let's do this. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm on the site AmeliaDanver.com. That's AmeliaDanver.com. And the first question is, can parasites get into your muscles? Let's read it real quick. Can parasites get into your muscles? Later signs and symptoms. About a week after infection, the adult female worms produce larvae that go through the intestinal wall into your bloodstream and eventually burrow into your muscles or other tissue. This tissue invasion can cause high fever and muscular pain and tenderness. Bingo. Because that's what I had, folks. And when you get this pain and stuff, what do commercials? Oh, come buy some aspirin, get some Excedrin. No one ever gets to the heart of the problem. Instead, they coat the problem. They cloak over the problem with all these doggone pharmaceuticals, pills and medication, Dr. Fauci and, whatever, instead of just getting to the root cause. But let me finish this. What are muscular parasites? This is the parasite Trichinella spiralis. Let me say that again. Trichinella spiralis.
Boss, I don't think you pronounced that right.
Shut up. I didn't take French in high school. Anyways, Trichinella spiralis in human muscle tissue. The parasite is transmitted by eating undercooked meats, especially pork. Small Pine, did you bring some goddamn undercooked meat in this place, man? Sure, I told you to cook the meat. Hey, just be quiet. That's Bobby. Well, I got it. I need to hire a real chef. The cysts hatch in the intestines and produce large numbers of larvae that migrate into the muscle tissue. The cysts may cause muscle pain and swelling in the face and around the eyes. So if you got a lot of swelling in your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, you may have goddamn Trichinella spiralis. Next question. What parasitic infection causes muscle soreness? Parasitic myositis. Let me say it again. Parasitic myositis. Hey, look, I don't need you helping me right now. Is most commonly a result of trichinosis and cysteric and toxoplasmosis. God dog, man. Can't they scientists use more simple words?
God dog.
I didn't learn these words in high school, college. It says, but the other parasites may be involved. A parasite or a parasitic cause of myositis is suggested by history and residents of travel. Whatever, man, shoot. See, what type of parasite infects humans? There are 3 main classes of parasites that can, let me see, protozoal. I sound like the goddamn creature on Star Wars, man, during the bar scene. Anyways, what kind of parasites affect the humans? The protozoal, helminths, and ectoparasite. And is a protozoan. God dang it, man.
Boss, do you want me to read for you?
Wise butt, you're trying to be a wise butt. I'm the boss. I read this myself, man. I can't help it. Scientists put all these complicated words in. See, can worms cause muscle spasms? Finding worms in a stool is a sign. I ain't looking at my goddamn stool. The hell with that, man. Pinworms and... Anyways, folks, I can't read all these complex names, but... See, when do muscle parasites go away? Although rare, death can occur in severe cases. A mild... Let's see, how long does muscle parasites last? The host immune response leads to expulsion of the adult worms after several weeks. The larvae, once in the secreted muscle cells, can persist for months or years. And that's another sign, folks, that you may have parasites. It's like if you get your pain in phases, like it's really bad for a few weeks or months, evicts the adult parasites. But the larvae are still there, and they can dwell in your body like it says for weeks or months or even years. And that's why the pain can be reoccurring. And if doctors were smart, they'd know this. But anyways, folks, I'm running out of time. I don't like to make these shows too long because I got to go back and edit them, and it takes up all my time. And I got other things to do. See, what virus causes severe muscle pain? But look, folks, if you want to find out more about this, like I said, and maybe I'll leave a link in the description section of this podcast. And again, that's AmeliaDanver.com. AMELIA. How do you spell relief? That's like that commercial. How do you spell relief? ROLAIDS. Anyways, AmeliaDanver.com. AmeliaDanver.com. And the thing about parasites, folks, and again, most parasites affect your butt. I'm talking about the ones that affect your muscular tissue, that cause people a lot of pain. You know how they have all these pain medications? Well, why take a pain medication if you ain't going to solve the problem? It might be freaking a parasite, you know what I'm saying? And the best way to get rid of parasites, folks, is natural herbs. That's what I took. And when I took these natural herbs, the problem was gone in like 2-3 days, if that. Actually, it was gone overnight. Because parasites, for whatever reason, don't like natural herbs, man. And here's some I took. I took like cloves. I took some like black walnut leaves or something.
I don't know, man.
I'm not goddamn Tarzan. But some common remedies are like garlic, if you can handle garlic, cloves, herbal teas, turmeric, papaya, castor oil, ginger. I don't know, it's just something about herbs. And if you have like where I live, there's a natural herb place that I never knew about until very recently, actually. And the name of that place is Auntie Peaches. You can find them online. Just type in Auntie Peaches, man. And I don't know if they deliver or not, but look them up. Because they got a store full of herbs, and it really helped me out tremendously. My life has changed, folks. I don't even drink anymore. Can you believe it? Even though I'm still weird, I don't drink anymore. Because once you start feeling healthy again, you don't want to drink, man. And before I go, folks, before we end it, I just want to add this one other paranormal connection, and that is, it amazes me that parasites and viruses need hosts in order to live. So sometimes, you know how people always say, well, maybe it was God, that created man. Well, what if parasites and doggone viruses are what created humans? In other words, they created us because they could live with, in other words, it's almost like we're spacesuits. Biological life is almost like spacesuits to viruses and parasites, and that they need us. They need us to host in order to survive in this environment. Without hosts, they can't survive. So it's almost like I could see where worms and parasites, because of what I've been reading, they can actually alter, manipulate our genome. They can actually, and look all this stuff up yourself if you don't believe me, folks, but they can actually manipulate your genome, your chromosomes, Maybe that's why some people goddamn gay, or doggone LGBTQ, or Bruce Jenner is now Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, think about it, folks. It might be to a goddamn a parasite that's trying to manipulate people's genome and tell you you're a girl, you're a guy. Like Mr. Smallpint there.
What? What was that, Buzz?
Never mind. But you see what I'm saying, folks? That it would make sense that maybe it was parasites or viruses. Maybe they're the ones, since they already exist on that level anyways. Wouldn't it make sense that they would be the ones to create evolution or different variances of a species in order to suit themselves? That makes a lot of sense, folks. And just because it's not being stated at Harvard or Yale.
Buzz, are you still mad that you weren't accepted at Yale or Harvard?
No, Smallbite, I'm not mad that they rejected me. I got Paranormal Saturday anyways. They do it, you know. But all I'm saying, folks, is that to me it makes more sense that evolution would be created from within, not without. It makes sense that there would be microorganisms inside of our bodies are the ones that cause us to evolve when they see fit. Not when we see fit, but when they see fit. Because in a way, they're like micro-engineers. Once they enter our bodies, whether it be a virus or certain types of parasites, they become our controllers. They can literally control and take over, hijack our doggone genome and alter our DNA, RNA, which actually, look this up too, can affect your mood, your temperament, and more. And they do these things for their benefit, not ours. I say that again. They do this for their benefit, not ours. Like, let's say in the past, if there was an animal that liked the cold, but the virus was like, well, it's too cold up here, so let's hijack their mind and let's put it in their head that they need to go and become a warm climate creature. Now suddenly the animals end up migrating to where it's warm. I'm just saying, folks, give that some thought. And again, if I was a professor at Yale or Duke University saying this, y'all would be like, oh my God, how bright, how brilliant. Oh, Dr. Such and Such is so brilliant. But since I'm saying it here on Paranormal Saturday, many of y'all are going to roll your eyes. Smallpint, did you just roll your eyes at me?
You bet not, man.
Anyways, folks, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Paranormal Saturday. It's a paranormal show like no other, and we try to bring you the paranormal show, I don't know, in a different level, folks. We try to bring it to you in a, I don't know, more colorful way, all right?
Buzz, are you saying I'm colorful?
Well, doggone, you carry that flag that you gotta, never, let me stop, folks. They don't know better, they're autistic, 22-year-old autistic.
Twinkle toes, you know, they don't know
Better, so,
And Buzz, when are you gonna give me that raise?
Smallpint, I think you got Parasite in your mind that keeps putting it in your brain, your autistic head, that you need a raise. You're not getting no raise.
Okay.
And with that, folks, we are out. And once again, folks, real quick, if you're having muscular pain, you might want to first see if it's a parasite before wasting, $300, $400, $500, $800 at your local doctor. They don't know nothing. All they're gonna do is put you on pain medication. What good is that? The pain's gonna still be there when the pain pill wears off. Now you addicted to opioids. Viruses probably like opioids. They get stoned, you stoned. The virus or the doggone parasites inside you, they stoned. Everybody's stoned. So what I'm saying is, before you start taking drugs for your pain, take herbs and make sure that you don't have muscular parasites instead. Thank you for tuning in to Paranormal Saturday. Thank you for joining us here inside the Paranormal
Mansion.
Be well.
Buzz, do you think I'm fat?
No, Smallpaint, you're not fat. Goofy, girly, but no, you're not fat. Good. Googly moogly.